Hello and welcome to Dr. Vince Presents, and I'm your host, Dr. Vince Leone, and this is the show for doctors looking to leave a mark on their community through building a practice and a life of integrity, wealth, and leadership. I'm happy that you're here, and once again, it's time to build your legacy. This episode is brought to you by Niche Mastery, a high-level consulting program for doctors who specialize in spinal decompression and peripheral neuropathy. Find out more at www.nichemasteryvip.com. And now, on with the show. Hey everyone, welcome back to Dr. Vince Presents, Episode 8, Your Final Push. And I am your host, Dr. Vince Leone. And this is a huge episode because we are at the beginning of September, right? And this is your final push to make this year great. Now, at this point, you could be crushing it and you want to make your final push, so this is your biggest year ever. You could be struggling and you want to make your final push huge so you can turn your year around, or you could just be kind of middling, like, it's been a little up, it's been a little down, and this is your opportunity to make a huge final push and push this year over the top. Okay, so what we're going to do is going to go over some few tactic strategies to make these, and I'm talking about, and what we'll go here, 90 days of growth. Okay, so we're talking September, October, November. December, look, you have a couple weeks in the beginning of December, but everyone is checked out. Now, people on care plans will come in and all that type of stuff, but getting new patients in December, again, you have the first couple weeks, but after that, people's minds are elsewhere, all right? We just know this intuitively. Our mind is elsewhere, obviously, all right? So we have September through November, and these are huge months, right? Because this is, the kids are back to school. So that's a lot off mom and dad's plate. Everyone's thinking, not everyone, but a lot of people are thinking, hey, this is my time. We're moving into the end of the third quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter. This is my time to crush. So if they have issues, back, neck, whatever, they want to get it taken care of, so that they can be their best. And a lot of people, they want to be doing, kind of have everything off their plate for the holidays. And then some people travel during this time and they want to get that taken out of. So that's who you want to be connecting with, those people that are motivated. So 90 days of growth, September through November, and just focus on this time frame. Don't worry about what happened last month or in the beginning of the year. Who gives a rip? Don't focus on 2018. Don't think about Christmas. Don't think about Thanksgiving. Don't think about birthdays. This is your time to focus on your practice. This is your time to focus on you, and we want to end the year strong. You are going to feel so awesome if you just crush it in this last part of the year and go into 2018, riding high, right? Because if these next 90 days, if you just kill it, then you're going to be going into Christmas with a lot more money. You're going to be feeling really good. You're going to be having, it's the best way to do it. Okay. So, let's move into those tactics and strategies. Okay. So let's get organized first. Okay. Set your goals for the next 90 days, September, October, November. And we'll just say in the first week in December, right? We don't want to rely on December. Okay, we want to crush it so hard in these next 3 months that we could almost take December off. That's always my goal. Like, really, I want to have, a month in the middle of the summer where I can let my foot off the gas, and then I want to let my foot off the gas in December, right? So I can really focus on family and be with them and the kids and, participate in school stuff, because there's always that type of stuff. So it's like, we want to work really hard in certain parts of the year so that we can take our foot off the gas. Now, some guys or gals, they never want to take the foot off the gas, and that's fine. Everybody has their methods and tactic strategies of how to approach practice in life. But for me, I want to build in time that I can take the foot off the gas, right? Because it allows me to just take a breath, right? And so December is the month where I want to take a breath. I also have my birthday's in December, my dad's, my mom's, their anniversary. I mean, it's just crazy, right? So, and then my wife's in January, right? So it's like I'm saving up all year to pay for all these birthdays. But anyways, the point being is I choose, I structure my year so that I can take my foot off the gas for 2 months of the year. So midsummer and December. So let's set some goals. Okay, what do we want to have accomplished in the next 90 days? And now those should include revenue goals, new patient goals, staff goals, office goals. Like what do you want to get accomplished in these next 90 days, right? So it may, you can say, okay, I want to increase my revenue by 30%, right? So if we're making 20 grand a month, then that would be an extra 6 grand, right? So 30% of 20. And so, what can you do with an extra 6 grand? So if you're making 40 grand a month and you say, well, look, I want to be hitting 50 grand a month by in November, right? And so you build up to that. And so all of a sudden you're gonna have all this extra cash flow. But anyways, so set some goals, all right? So I want to have, X number of new patients, X number of revenue. I want to have, I want my scheduling, honed better. We seem to get, patients are coming in at the times that I'm not wanting them to come in. I've told the staff this, blah, blah, blah. So, okay, I need to train the staff on the new patient scheduling, or our phone conversion is not high enough, right? So I need to train with my staff on the phone. All right, let's go back to the script. What is working, what is not, and then spend time with that front desk gal or guy to work on the phone procedures. Or, anyway, so set your goals. I mean, everybody's different. So set your goals, look at your weak points. You want to build them up. Let's create a marketing calendar. And now you can put your training on this calendar too, but let's look at these next 90 days and start saying, okay, this is when we're going to do these different promotions, right? And identify what those promotions are and put them on the schedule. So get out your calendar, right? You have 90 days and just start laying things in. Okay, I'm going to train week 1 and week 3 of September, or week 2 and 4 of September. We're going to run an in-office promotion the third week in September. Okay, so we're going to essentially whatever. I mean, rent out a movie theater. Mail every patient. Like whatever you want to do. I mean, look, guys, I don't need to tell you internal marketing ideas, right? You know them all. You just need to do them. Pick a couple and do them. Try to do 1 to 2 internal promotions per month for the next 90 days, okay? 1 to 2 internal promotions per month. Get on your recalls. Go, call all the patients that haven't been in the last 6 months. And, again, I don't need to give you the scripts for this. You guys know how to do this, but sometimes we just need to be reminded. So, but put it on the calendar. Okay, every Monday at 5:30, I'm doing patient recalls, or the staff's doing patient recalls, or every day of the week at 5:30 to 6, we're doing patient recalls. Put it on the calendar, right? And then you want to, meet with your staff and go over all this stuff, right? You need to delegate. You got so much crap on your plate. You have to delegate. Don't feel like you got to do everything. Start putting people in charge of stuff, right? Hand it out. Put some bonuses along with it. Tell them what your goals are. Tell them why you're doing this. Tell them why you're so excited. Because, hey guys, because I want us to kick so much ass in these next 3 months that December we can all kind of kick back a little bit. We're still gonna see patients. We're still gonna make money and all this type of stuff. But we're gonna make a lot of money. We're gonna see a lot of patients. We're gonna help a lot of people. And then in December we're gonna have a Christmas party for the staff. And we're gonna if we hit a certain goal, I'm taking all you guys out to, the best restaurant in town. We're going to rent the private room and all that type of stuff. You can do that, or you could, but point being, get your staff involved, right? Get them excited. Put some goals or bonuses out there for them so that they can get excited and say, oh man, if I hit this goal, then I get a bonus and then I can get something special for myself or my spouse or my kids for Christmas, okay? Make it all about Christmas. Make it all about, hey, we're running a sprint now. It's no longer a marathon. When you start out in the beginning of the year, it's a marathon. we're in a sprint right now, guys. So we got to kick some ass. All right, so let's move on. So oiling the machine. So this is marketing and promotions. Okay, so this is where you're going to lay out, all the promotions that you're going to do, right? And so Facebook, YouTube. Are you going to do some social media stuff? Are you going to, get your internal promotions? Are you going to put an ad in the paper? Are you going to run a radio ad? Are you going to run your TV commercial? Like, what are you going to do? Lay it out. And again, set some goals. Hey, I'm going to run this TV ad. I expect to get 20 calls. We're going to get 10 people in. I'm going to sign up 5 new patients at $5,000 a piece. Boom, 25K. So, or whatever. Or hey, I'm usually spending $10 a day on Facebook advertising. It gets me 5 new patients a month, or 10 new patients, whatever it is. You spend $300, double it. Go to $600. See if you can double your new patients. And if you're not, right, then figure out why. Like if you're spending normally $300 a month or $500 a month in Facebook ads, and it gets you 10 new patients, double it up and go to 1,000 in September and see if you can get to 20 new patients, right? And if you don't, figure out why. Reassess it and say, hey, where was the breakdown? We doubled the budget. Like what happened? So that's Facebook, right? So, and look, run an ad in the paper. Call your rep. Say, hey, we want to do an ad. Blah blah blah. Let's get rolling on this. I want to be out by this date, and give them a hard date. And if they bitch and moan, say, hey, do you want to make money or not? We're trying to crush for Christmas. Do you want to crush for Christmas or what? Get them on board. Get them excited, right? You have to be the ringleader. Okay. You are the leader in the business. You got to be the leader. And so that's your staff. That's to your people that you market with. And just say, hey, I'm setting a goal of blank, 90 days revenue, and I want you to help me get there, right? I'm paying you good money, so get your butt moving, right? All right, so let's move on. So that's getting the patients, in the door and all that type of stuff. Now, let's make sure that we're going to oil the machine. So in other words, let's make sure all our in-office systems is working well. And the great way to do this is take a patient survey and just make it brief, right? Don't get crazy on this. Just say, and you want all your staff to fill this out. Your staff and all your patients fill this out, okay? And it should have, do not make it a manifesto. Do not make it 20 pages long. Make it 10 questions max and multiple choice. Don't make people write stuff out. Just make them check a box, right? And so and it should be all the same. Like, okay, some examples of questions you could ask is, what is one thing that could make your experience in the office better? This is for patients. Let's talk about patients for a second. What is one thing that could make your experience better? And then you have less wait times, more refreshments, a better experience with the doctor. Look, your office, right? So you want to lay out the things that are working and are not working in your mind, and then you're trying to get feedback from your patients, right? So and then other questions. It's like, what is one thing that you would tell your friends about us, good, bad, or ugly? Would you give us 1 to 5 stars? You know what I'm saying? And so start to get feedback, and then on that feedback. And again, I know I'm not giving you all the explicit details of what to write in your survey. I shouldn't have to. You are running a practice, right? So you know what a patient experience should be like. It should be phenomenal. So it's like, figure out what are all the questions that would give me the most information to create a phenomenal experience, right? We're trying to hone the machine. We're trying to oil the machine. So in other words, we want patients when they come in or call the office, that the scheduling procedure goes without a hitch. We want the new patients that call in to get set up on the books without a hitch. We want the doctor going through the new patient protocol to go off without a hitch. We want patients when they come in, we want them in and out in a certain amount of time frame, based on how much you take with a patient, but we don't want them waiting more than 5-10 minutes, right? We want them in and out as much as possible. They are busy. Yes, they like you, but they don't want to spend all day with you. So you want to take all that information from the survey and try to get that survey done in a week. Okay, try to get it done in a week, at 2 weeks at the absolute outside, but 1 week is really the goal. And then identify all your weak spots and then start training like a beast. Okay, so if if patients are saying they're waiting too long, find out why. Are you taking too long with the patient? Is the paperwork too much? What is the issue? Then, and you go over all this stuff with your staff, and you start training, and you figure out, okay, how can we make this better? How can we make this section better? What can I do better? What can you do better? And just start training, and put that on the schedule, the training, okay? Because you want to schedule it out. If it's not on the schedule, it's not going to get done, And so just start training like a beast, so that when you're generating all these, new patients coming into your office in this 90-day time frame, that they are having a great experience, right? So ideally, you're going to get that survey done this week or next week at the latest. And then the week after that, right, is going to be then, I'm just looking at September really quick here. So then the week after that, okay, here we go. The 10th through the 15th of this month, you are going to get that survey done. Then the 18th through the 22nd, you're going to train like a beast, okay? You're going to try, because we're not trying to solve world hunger here, guys. We're just trying to make the patient experience better, right? So that when they come into your office, they're going to rave to their friends and family. So we're not going to take, 3 weeks to do training. We're going to do what we can within a week to shore up, right? It's not like, it's not like the practice is falling apart. We're just trying to shore up the weak spots, okay? And so those, no more than 3 things. Don't put too much on your plate. No more than 3 things that you're going to focus on improving, right? And you get as much as done in a week. So by the last week of September and then all of October, November, those weak spots are shored up, okay? Does that make sense? So dig into that. Now, let's move on here. What the heck? Okay. All right. Now, December 1st or December 6th, if you want to make it a true 90 days, whatever. Reassess. Take a look at what you just did for the last 90 days. Look at your goals. Did you hit your goals? Did you exceed your goals? Did you come short on your goal or come up short on your goals? Whatever it is, just reassess and then talk to your staff. Hey, what worked? What didn't? What did you like about this? What did you not like about this? Did you like the energy? Did you not like the energy? And by the way, you will learn from people or from your staff, like who is on board and who's not. I mean, the people that are dragging their feet and like, oh my gosh, he wants to get so excited about this practice thing, helping patients. Dude, kick their ass out. We don't need people to bring us down. We have enough stuff on our plate. We need people to bring us up, support us, right? That we can delegate things to and feel comfortable about it, that they're going to get done. Okay, so as you go through this process, identify those people. Just keep an eye. Like, what is the attitude like? Right? You can train someone to do almost anything. You can't train attitude. They're either born with it or they're not. Okay, so keep an eye on that. Then create what is next. Okay, so in December, we're going to take our foot off the gas a little bit. We're going to, focus on family and focus on Christmas and all that type of stuff. But start thinking ahead a little bit, right? And again, there's no super time crunch on this, but start thinking first quarter. Hey, now I got this little template that we just kicked some ass with in the last 90 days. Let's apply that to first quarter of January 18th and just start mapping some stuff out. How did we do in that week of training, right? Did we shore up those spots or do we need some more training? Perfect. Let's put that on a schedule. Let's put that on a calendar for the first quarter of 18. What marketing promotions worked, right? Maybe we want to do those again. Which ones did we not do that I would have liked to have done? Put those on the calendar, And so start mapping out, again, just in your spare time. Like, don't feel rushed to do this, but you want to be mapping out first quarter in December, okay? And then celebrate, right? This is your time to celebrate. This is your time to be like, oh man, I just kicked some ass. I took no names and I have this pile of money and I helped all these new patients, helped all our current patients. Our staff is pumped. I'm going to take them to a sweet dinner. I'm going to, drinks on me, Ubers on me, like obviously we want to be safe and all that type of stuff, but this is the time to celebrate, right? Because then you're going into 2018 on a high note, right? Patients pumped, staff pumped, you're pumped, everybody has a little more money in their pocket, and then 2018, we're just going to hit it running, Okay, so look, if this is interesting to you, if you want to learn more, if you like what you're hearing, and you want to talk about how you can grow your practice, set up a call with me at this website, okay, https:// meetme.so/Vince Leone DC. And what we'll do is we'll set up a 45-minute call, and we may take some of that, we may take all of it, who knows. But the point being is we're just going to talk about where you're at, where you want to go, what do you want to do in 2018, or if you're like, hey, I really like what you're talking about here, I want to talk about these next 90 days. Fine, that's no problem. Let's do it. I'm ready to rock. I am here to help. Okay, I'm here to help docs grow. That is my mission. Help docs grow. So, and this is free of charge. Okay, and hey, my time is valuable. So I take these very seriously. If I'm going to talk to a doctor, I want to help them. I want to move forward. So and like I said, in that conversation, we'll talk about, okay, where are you at now? What are you doing? Where do you want to be? What are you doing to get there? Do you need help? If so, then I'll map out a plan for us to to grow together. Okay, so are you feeling overwhelmed? If you are, that is totally okay and totally natural. But take a look at this little picture here and this quote. If life has you pinned up against the rope in a corner, you have to grow some teeth and fight back with everything you've got. Don't ever play victim and never believe the bullcrap story. Okay, don't ever play victim. Take responsibility for every single result in your life. And when you do, you'll get a lot more confidence, right? Because if it's going down, then you have the power to go up. Anytime you rely on someone else, you're SOL, baby. So we don't want to do that, right? Look at that beast in the background. We've got a badass tiger. And look, I didn't make this up. This is from my mentor. If life has you pinned up against the rope in a corner, you have to grow some teeth. You got to get excited, and you got to fight back with every bone in your body. Do not play the victim. Be the victor. Okay? All right, I'm Dr. Vince Leone. I hope this was helpful. This was Dr. Vince Presents. Again, look, if you want to talk, do it. Go there right there, meetme.so/Vince Leone DC. This will be in the comments section below if you need to just click on something to do it. And I look forward to seeing you next week, man. Hey, get going on this action plan. This is your final push for the year. I'll talk to you later. Hey everyone, if you like this episode, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and then like my Facebook page at facebook.com/Dr. Vince Leone Consulting. Look forward to seeing you on the next episode.